Education is often described as a journey, not a destination. Just like there's certain things you do and don't do when you go on a long journey, there are things you should remember and avoid when you're designing instruction for distance education.
Hey kids, get in the van! We're gonna go on a trip!
Yay! Where are we going?
I don't know yet, but I'll know when we get there. How does that sound?
All right
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Just like you would not take off on a journey without knowing the destination, you shouldn't design or teach a course that doesn't have clear outcomes. After all, the destination is going to determine the path you're going to take.
Okay, we're going to Disney World. That's in Florida, right?
Yeah, I think so. Just go south. I think that's a left at the light.
Okay, do you know how far that is from Wisconsin?
Not really. Just keep going south. I'll know it when I see it.
Making things up as you go along is not a good idea in education. Careful thought should be put into how you're going to meet the objectives. Many things should be considered before the journey even begins. Have you ever picked up a hitchhiker on a long trip? If you did, odds are you spent some time getting to know each other. At the end of the road, you may even feel a sense of connection to someone who was a perfect stranger when you began. Likewise, students will be much more comfortable on the journey if you get to know them. For example, what's their preferred learning style? What's their schedule of availability like? Why are they taking the course? Your vehicle probably comes equipped with a spare tire, a jack, and a custom wrench that precisely fits the bolts on the tire. If you left these at home, what would you do? You might improvise, but you'll be far less efficient because you're not using the exact right tool for the job. Decisions about instructional design should be made based on sound reasoning. Match your use of technology to the content you are going to deliver. Have you ever driven a vehicle for the first time and been stumped trying to find the headlight switch or windshield wiper controls? It's important to know your gear, or you may find yourself in a sudden shower with no wipers. Instructional technology comes in many forms, and one thing can be said for all of them. If you don't familiarize yourself with a tool and its features, you will not be able to maximize its effectiveness. Just like all cars have wipers, for example, all learning management systems have discussion forums. But they don't all function the same way. Learn the ins and outs of the tools you intend to use to get the most out of them.
Did you see that, honey?
No, what? What?
That sign said Green Bay. Isn't that north?
I know where I'm going.
But,
The sign must be wrong.
okay.
One purpose of doing assignments is to provide summative assessment of student progress. Don't ignore the signs. Be flexible and reteach if students are missing key concepts. There's more than one way to get somewhere, but not every way is practical or worth considering. Usually the best practice is to stick to the main roads. When designing, use a map. Following an established model provides you with the assurance that your methods are tested and proven, leaving nothing to chance. Cruise control saves you the effort of trying to maintain your speed for hours and allows you to focus more on the road, but it's not intended to take over and replace an attentive driver. Technology enables you to automate some processes, like grading, for example. However, don't attempt to replace yourself with those tools. There's no replacement for an engaged instructor. Band-aids, a flashlight, jumper cables, you may never need any of them, but if you do, you'll be glad that you have them. Always remember that chance favors the prepared. Technology is our friend, but always be ready with an alternative in case it fails. For example, have a phone number at the ready if you're offering a webinar. You may never need to use it, but you'll be glad you have it ready if you do.
100 bottles of beer on the wall, 100 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer.
Finally, don't let anyone just be a passenger when it comes to education. Remember that learning is what happens during the journey. It isn't the destination. Plan for experiences that require students to do more than just sit back and be taught.